Martin J. Martin J. The Prince of Soca.
Lord, 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 Lord. We ready. Pahjo come in this carnival. We ready. It's not survive on bacchanal. We ready. Lord. Mass is a new day. Carnival bring your crew day. Bacchanal time for you way. Stink and the tears we will tell them, y'all. We ready. Job here for the season. But an oil is the reason. Everybody come out to play a mass. Set mash up. Paint and powder get dash up. Oil and water get splash up. It's not survive on party atmosphere. Y'all walk up. Browse and clap on way up. The crowd acting all ruckus. So raise your hands and pump it in the air. In the air, in the air. Paint and powder everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere. Get on mad like you don't care. You don't care, you don't care. Mash up plate like you don't care. You don't care, you don't care. Watch your crew day, sipping on rum and two beer, acting mad in the juve. They come out to wine and play a mass. No stooshness, fetting hard like the ruthless, shaking down all the big fest. This carnival come out to play a mass. Let mash up, paint and powder get dash up, oil and water get splash up. It's not survive on party atmosphere. Y'all walk up, brag and flap on way up. The crowd acting all ruckus, so raise your hands and pump it in the air. In the air, in the air, paint and powder everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Get on mad like you don't care, you don't care, you don't care. Mash up head like you don't care, you don't care, you don't care. Mass is a new day, carnival bring your crew day. Bacchanal time for you way. Stink and the tears we will tell them, y'all. We ready, job here for the season. But an oil is
Right about now, I'd like to say welcome very much to each and every one. Welcome to the Big Pappy Show. That's not Pappy Show. I'm Big. I'm Pappy. I'm the Big Pappy Show. It's not Pappy Show. I'm a very special guest, just in case, you know, I have to explain this to you at the beginning of the show so that you understand, because when I tell people, they say, oh, what's the name of your show? I say, oh, the Big Pappy Show. Is that real Pappy Show, innit? No, none whatsoever. Pahjo is in the building with me, man. What's going on, brother?
Yo, my brother. I good, you know. I good, man. Just cool, man. Definitely not a Pappy Show.
We have to tell them. We have to let them know. You know. We have to let them know. All right. What I would like to do is I would like to start at the beginning, because when I received the song that we just played called A Mass, which is on the Pahjo, it was on the Toolbox Rhythm, and I got introduced to an artist by the name of Pahjo. I was like, well, wait, I know that man. How did that come about? How did your whole singing thing come about? I've known you for years as a promoter, cricketer, as a rum drinker. Me and know what the artist thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's been a little hidden talent. For years I wanted to do it since I was a teenager, actually. But when I move up here, life happened. You know, I get my first son. I get married, work. You know, you just moved to England. That get put on the back burner instantly, right? So for me, it was a new journey. But 2019, at the beginning of 2019, the producer for this, Joel Brown, who's an old school friend of mine, he said, yo, I'm back producing. What do you think of this? And I say, yo, this have a nice energy. And in like 15 minutes, I sent him back a mass, right? Just jokingly on the phone. And he said, yo, this thing have a little bounce state, you know, it sound good. I said, nah, I ain't doing that. If you know anybody who interested, let them run with it. But as the year went on, you know, a lot of friends was like, yo, P, you should really consider this thing, man. You know, you're saying you want to do this years ago. Well, do it. You have the personality for it. Do it. Coming to the end of the year, DJ Buju, when he passed away, that's what stirred me to do it, because you know he used to always say to me, brother, if you like smoke, smoke. You like drink, you drink. If you want to do it. Don't procrastinate. And when he passed, it was like an eye-opener. You know, the life real short. Do thing now. You know, like the Corwin song, we promise you tomorrow, right? So bam, I call my guy up and I say, here what, we doing this thing. He said, sure? I said, yeah, let me do it. He said, all right, cool. And I went. Them times I don't even know who have studio, you know. I don't know which studio to go to. I find a friend of mine up we are living the home studio, and I go in there and I record, and then just throw it out there, and that's it. Amas and Pahjo born. But Pahjo's a name given to me by a old friend of mine because I was gonna go with a different name. And I said, girl, I can't figure out this name. She said, why don't just put your first two initials from your name? But everybody keeps saying Pahjo, Pahjo. I said, nah, put in the H in the middle. Let it sound like Pahjo. They said, all right.
It makes full sense to me. You know, like when you see an artist's name and you say, well, that just makes sense. I understand how that name come about.
Yeah.
What was the feedback? What was the initial feedback like when you released it? I know that we were in a pandemic at the time.
Yeah.
I remember when I first got it, but what was the general feedback like for you?
It was mixed, you know. You know, a lot of people, you know, you just find, I just call them some real negative energy around here. They just, yo, dying for you, bro. That song and for you, your song. Yeah, sound like you could sing, and there's people in the circuit, you know, it's weird. And for me, that opened my eyes to them, and I just push that negativity aside, and I start using it more like motivation. But in Guyana, when I first hear it on the radio, when I first hear you play it over here, you know, that day give me that energy to say, yeah, continue. I ain't stopping. This is it. And yeah, I got a lot of encouragement from the close one zone from a few people. You know, saying, yo, good song, good energy. But the song was released to build traction for Guyana Carnival, which never happened. So, you know, I'm still grateful. You know, we still have to still push it this year again and see where it takes us, you know. Because
I don't think you should stop, man. I don't think you should stop. You mentioned Guyana. Let's talk about your young days in Guyana. Tell me some of your fond memories of growing up in Guyana.
Carrying me back. It was all about playing cricket on the road. Cricket on the road. Cricket was everything. Athletics cricket, stealing the neighbors' fruit from the trees, you know, try not to get caught. But had a great upbringing, you know. Grew up around a lot of females, my aunts and them, and strangely, all my cousins are male. So we all grew up together in a very closely knitted household. And yeah, we had a lot of fun, man. The mischief we used to get ourselves into. God, I miss that. You know, but cricket, as I said, that was a big part of my upbringing. I joined a club when I was 11, and I started playing cricket competitively right through. That's how I actually came up to the UK. I was
Really?
semi-pro. Yeah, I was a semi-pro, and I was proing around the UK. Yeah, my UK journey started from there. But you know, I played a lot of good cricket. But the young days, if we stick in that era of the young days, remembering just the fruits, stealing the fruits, because from Saturday morning you wake up here out the house, right? Out the house, and you ain't coming back home until night, till the street lights on your home. But you know, great friends, great memories, man. Growing up, you know, that was a good time. You know, make me write a song about them fruit trees, you know.
That's not a bad idea, boy. That's not a bad idea.
True. That's true.
So you grown up in Guyana, you come over here as a semi-pro cricketer. What were your early experiences of life in England, having left Guyana? How did that feel to you?
It was daunting. Just the whole idea of coming up, because it happened so fast. I didn't even have time to think about it. We were the cricket club in Guyana, and it was hot week. The ground wasn't prepared for training. So as I got there with my cricket bag, no nets, no training. And out of frustration, I said, God, I can't take this thing. And my brethren was up in the stand, and he hear me. I said, yo, carry me with you now. And he says, serious, Because I know a club who looking for players. I said, no, I'm serious. And then 2 weeks later, I was at Heathrow. That's how fast the club signed right away, and that was it. But when I landed here, it was April. I mean, I experienced cold before because I lived for a couple of years in New York for like 2 years, right? But that April wet, I didn't come out of the house for like a week. For like a week, I say I ain't going out there. Then the man say, now cricket start, we have to go play. I say, this weather, we play cricket. I'll never forget the first game I played. The man hit that ball so high. Now why is he pro? But I'm afraid to catch it.
Cause your hand cold.
My hand cold. But I couldn't drop it. I catch it, but I tell you what, my hand was numb for the rest of that day. But I didn't really explore England much the first season. And you know, the culture was different. I think it was a culture shock for me because I always had in my head that England was a bit more conservative and a bit more reserved than what I experienced. Because I came as like, yeah, this is just like New York and a lot of first world places, you know. But I didn't know where the Caribbean people were. I didn't, you know, none of that. So for me, it was just a grind. After a while, it was just survival. You know, learn this place as fast as you can, and try to survive. And you know, the journey was very tough, especially second year when I came up. You know, we promised so many things. You know, we were signed and the contract say you'll be given X, Y, and Z. And three of us came up and they put us in a box room and said, that's where y'all staying. The box room had one bed and a sofa. And three of us had to stay the whole season in there. The contracts that they offered us fell through. Everything fell through. So when you talk about struggle, pasta and pepper, white rice and salt. Hey, I've been through it in this country, you know. But I think it made me to be the person I am. And well, if I go back, I'll change certain things, but I have no regrets. I have no regrets.
We're going to come back to that in a little while because I think that when we play my favorite song of yours, what you've just explained there is going to make a lot of sense. But before we do that, you know, let's recap. Pahjo began his career in, let's say, late 2019. It got released in 2020. We're now here in 2021. No carnivals have happened yet.
No.
However, you're onto your... I'm gonna say you're onto your third soca song.
Yeah.
Because I know you try your dance or thing in the ring.
Yeah. You know,
let's talk about this song. It's called Nenye Echiwato. Have I said it right?
Nenye Echiwato. Yeah. Correct.
Tell me, what does that mean, first of all?
Well, Nenye Chiwato is a Ugandan word meaning to twist your waist. When I first got the rhythm from my Guyanese brother, DJ Energy, he sent it to me, and this is his very first production, right? So he said, yo, I want to get into production is the natural step as a DJ. I said, cool, send it. And the first thing I heard was house music. I said, Energy, this is not soca. This is house. We got to work on this rhythm, right? We need to add stuff and take away stuff. So we first wrote a song called Come Around. And then we said, nah, throw that away. And we tried to rewrite another one. And I was sat there and I said, this thing just keep giving me the African vibe all the time. And when I was in the British Army over here for years. And I have a close friend from Uganda. His name is Clive. So I called Clive. I said, Clive, I need the Ugandan phrase for twerk. Clive said, Clive said, nah. Twerk is twerk in Uganda. You know, I know Ugandan word for twerk. The closest I could give you is twist your waist. I said, what? How it sound? He said, Nenya. Nenya mean twist. But when you want to say twist your waist, you say Nenya Chiwatu. I said, say it again. He said, Nenya Chiwatu. I said, Clive, you're going to need to send me a voice note and the spelling for this because I can't get this first time. I was saying my own different things, right? And he sent it. And I start vibe with the saying, and I get the chorus, just repeating Nenya Chiwatu, because he's saying twist your waist, you know. And then I sit back down and we hit up Sean Dixon at SD Productions. I said, Sean,
big up Sean.
Big up that, yeah, boss. I said, Sean, listen to this reading. I'm missing something. And I went down to Sean, we record, we listening. Sean say, let me add little maracas inside this thing. I said, do thing. And it lifted. I said, this is what this song missing all this time. And yeah, this is the release. I just call it a little, still have the house influence, but this is Afro house soca. Different genre, you know, not just Afro soca. But
you released it a couple of days ago. Introduce it. Let's play it on the Big Pappy Show.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is my third soca production. I give you Nenya Chiwatu featuring DJ Energy.
Energy! Yo, Pahjo, a guy now buy. Boy, that dance from Africa real crazy. Pahjo Energy make the girl them dance.
My girl, just twist up your waist. Twist up your waist.
Yes,
Nanya Chiwato, twist up your waist.
Hey.
Make the bumper start shaking.
Yes, you girl, why?
Tell me what she come here for. To play man. Jump and wind up on the floor. To play man. She don't want to stay home no more. Feeling the vibe, she gone and roam. Knocking hard upon every door to find a soca party. This girl just want to go and party. She tired staying home, she want to party. To wind up in a pet until she's soaking wet. She want to find a pet and go and party. So she goes, Nenya Chiwato. Nenya Chiwato. Nenya Chiwato. Nenya Chiwato. Now, girl, just twist up your waist, shake your legs and just keep up the pace. This dance from Africa, from a village in Uganda. Now spread your hands like a plane, twist your waist like the links in a chain. In out, feet move. Afro soca house, put you in the mood. Yes, you. This girl just found herself a pet to play mass. She going strong, don't need no rest. When she play mass, when she whine it is my pole. Make me want to go and explore. Getting hard, the vibes overload inside the soca party. This girl just want to go and party. She tired staying home, she want to party. To wind up in a pet until she's soaking wet. She want to find a pet and go and party. So she goes, Nenya Chiwato. Nenya Chiwato. Nenya Chiwato.
Pahjo. Nenya Echiwato. Twist your waist. It's a brand new offering. And it's sounding good, man. It's sounding good. I love the fact that with your 3 songs so far, all of them are so different. You know, there's no way that anyone can tell me, "God, nah, boy, Pahjo, like that one chick pony," because they're all very, very different.
Yeah, I try to grab inspiration from all over, from real life things. Even this song, the verse, now spread your hands like a plane, twist your, you know. I actually went and researched Ugandan dances, and there's actually their national dance. Don't ask me the name of it. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. But when you look at how they dance, right, they move their waist so fast and they use like the grass skirts, but then they spread out their hands and to like control it. And I say, how can I describe that in this song? That's why I say it's a dance from Africa, from a village in Uganda, right? Because it's actually a Ugandan dance, right? I'm trying to describe in this song, but just saying to your ways. But every day I look for different inspiration to write music. Right now I'm finding it difficult because I'm just home in the four walls. I ain't going nowhere. So I find myself being very repetitive sometimes. So I try not to force it now, but just I know I don't have the luxury of youth like many others starting. So for me, I'm just trying to stay consistent.
And I think you're doing that. All right, let's go back a little bit. You mentioned that you were in the army.
Yeah.
What was that experience like? You need a lot of discipline to do that. That's all I'm going to say first of all. But what was that experience like?
You know what? Before I went in, I was the most petrified person because I wanted to do it. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to do it. I didn't want to do it. I join up. I sign up. I say, yeah, doing it. And then I had butterflies about doing it. Even going on the train. Now I had to leave the wife and the kid at the time. It was like, why really doing? But the first day, it was daunting. It's like, boy. And the first thing they tell you, see you, I gonna break you and build you back. And me now, Caribbean, I break who? You can't break me. My mind's strong and you can't break me. I big and bad. After week 6, they still didn't break me. But because I was a little bit older, I was already disciplined. So I never used to do the foolishness to get myself in trouble. My father teach me how to iron creases in my trousers and them things. So I was good. But boy, one night they take me to sleep outside. And they say, dig a hole 6 feet wide. And the man said, that's your bed for the night, everybody. But still at that point, I was like, yeah, that's cool. I could dig my shell scrape and sleep and set up my thing. Martin, that night, the rain decide it coming and it coming heavy. My hole full up, it flood. Listen, the man said, lie down in it. You can't come out. Martin, that night they break me, man. I cry. Listen, I cry.
I'm sorry to laugh. I'm sorry because I am so shocked by what you're telling me that the only thing I could do is laugh because I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it.
Hey, the experiences was priceless. Some of the things I did when I think back, I even question how I was able to do that. Some of the exercises and, the rigorous training. This is why I have so much respect for the forces, what these guys go through to be where they are. So when you see them getting awarded for bravery and that, I think about the whole journey to get where they were, the people, the camaraderie that you meet. You experience different things. I experience elements of racism in the army, but I try not to let that bother me too much, and I just kept my head down. I was doing telecoms, but most of my career in the army, luckily, was sport. One day I was in the camp and I go in for a run and I see some people playing cricket. And I said, cricket in the army? So I go down, I run down and I said, where's this? They say, every Wednesday we just have a knock. You're welcome to come next week. I said, all right, cool. So get my cricket bag up. And the Wednesday that I go, I didn't realize that the colonel who in charge of army cricket was there. And the first ball I bowled, they pulled me out in it. They said, come. You ain't like the others here. You know how to play this game. I said, yeah. They say, we want to invite you to a chairman's game next week, the following week. So I get the clearance and I go and I get 140 something and like 5 wickets in the game. They said, nah. You playing for the army next week. And from then, all that I did, I never did a military tour into Afghanistan. I actually damaged my back 2 weeks before we were meant to go to Afghanistan. So I said, God have me covered. But all I did was tour for cricket. From April to September was cricket. I was never in the camps. When they in the cold doing exercise, I playing cricket. Until I get a bout of like dizziness. I used to be, sporadically like out of the room. And I got tested and they said I have something called von Willebrand's, whereby my blood don't clot fast enough. And they couldn't, but what they're saying, it takes an extra 15 seconds than a normal person for it to clot. So very mild. But at the time the army was downsizing, they wanted to get rid of people. So they said they couldn't keep me. So they medically discharged me. And back out on the road now, and it was let me do thing,
And that's when you started. I mean, I know, like I said before, you got into promotion, Duck and Drake promotion, have done many a good FET boat ride. They've been involved in numerous things. Which is where I kind of learned a lot about you, because I think the effort that you put into your Duck and Drake promotions, the things that you tried to do, it just gives you an insight into the person. You can tell a lot by the way the promoter deals with certain things and how they treat their customers and that little extra mile that they want to go. So full respect for that. I'm gonna put you to the test now before we get to your last song. This is the Pappy Show part of the show.
Afraid. I don't know where it's going.
Destra or Patrice?
Oh, Jesus. They're doing me. Destra attitude. Patrice vocals are going.
Bungie or Marshall?
Yeah, Bungie lyrics, Marshall stage presence. If you give, all right. Let me stop. Patrice, first one. I'd go with Boy. Boy gonna pick me up. Although Bungie is an inspiration. Both of them are inspiration, but Boy, because of his stage presence and his ability to command a crowd.
Beyonce or Rihanna?
Rihanna, that one a little easy. I'll go there. I always used to tell my ex-wife, her name was Rihanna too. I used to say, if I ever get a little bit of the other Rihanna, you would never know, because if I call her wrong name, it's still Rihanna.
And then she left you, right?
Well, let me go with them before I start crying at this thing.
Well, look back now.
I don't even have a rum next to me right now, man.
Which comes on to my next question. Favorite rum? I know the answer to this.
Eldorado 12-year-old. Every day.
Eldorado 12-year-old. Every day.
21 nice though, but I like the 12.
I like the whole series. The whole series of Eldorado rums. I think are very, very special. Yeah. I remember you buying me a bottle of Eldorado rum and bringing it to my house.
Years ago. That's years ago, man.
Yes, mate. Yes. I remember that very. Them kind of, moments of kindness are things that I just can't forget. All right.
Yep.
So,
one thing you don't know, Martin, before you go there,
oh Lord,
is that your boat party is the first soca party I went to in this country. First.
What year are we talking?
Jesus. Had to be 20, what by? 2000. Now we got 20, 2008 or something like that.
Okay.
Had to be around them times there. the first soca party. And from there on, yeah, I get hooked. I get hooked. I get hooked.
That's not a bad introduction into fetting here in England. If you come on a Big Pappy boat right then, yeah.
Lorraine Williams will know very well what I'm talking about now.
I'm not going to say another word on that subject at
I
all.
think I'm talking too much.
Right.
Done.
Last question. You are stranded on an island. You can have one celebrity with you, and you are stranded for 2 weeks. You can have one celebrity with you. Who would it be and why?
Why? I'm gonna have to go with somebody inspirational who I could learn from. Jesus, right?
Nessa Pepe?
Nah. I'm not gonna say what. No. One to you, like, to give me problems. Hey, where's Joe? I tell you,
No.
man.
Oh God!
Jesus Christ!
Right, come here. 2 weeks on an island, stranded.
I think I'm gonna go with Boy again, with Marshall, because I could learn a lot from him in that time, musically. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go in there. If you ask me what female is
No. I asked you what celebrity. You made your choice.
Yeah,
you decided you want to spend 2 weeks with Marsha. That is your business, King. I can't argue with that.
We go in there. We go stay there.
Right. Good. What's next for Pahjo? I mean, I know that you said, being at home, it's repetitive and that. What's in your plan now? What's going on in that scheduling mind of yours?
Well, we always have things on the event management side. We have things planned and put on the shelf because nobody knows what is happening. I would love to say I want to start performing. Hopefully when the doors open again, I could. But in the meantime, I'm working very hard with Shaker HD. We're constantly working and throwing ideas at each other, and we have some stuff coming. I know we have one that can switch you bad. And then we have some other great ones too that we have on the pipeline. Coming is just continuing to remain consistent in the studio and hopefully even go home and record some stuff too. But yeah, just work with the music. Hopefully it take off and building the relationships and keeping it going on. That's all I need.
For people that want to follow you, that listen to you talk to them, say, hey, that's a cool fella. How can they do that? Where are you on the social media platforms?
Well, yeah, I'm on most Instagram, Facebook, even on TikTok recently. Pahjo Music, Pahjo Music. SoundCloud is the same, Pahjo Music. Everything Pahjo Music. Very easy to find on those. And I have a website being launched probably in another month, which is going to be pahjomusic.com. So look out for that too.
Nice. All right. How did you come to write Life So Sweet?
Well, Shaker again. I think when I started to work with Shaker is when I realized why we should not rush projects. Shaker taught me that. We're not putting out nothing until we get it right. Life So Sweet started off on a different rhythm, and the song was called Bruises, right? Shaker and I went back and forth. We saying this don't sound right. Well, he was more saying this don't sound right.
He fussy like that. Shaker fussy,
real fussy. But I like that because it's the first time I was challenged, right? Because if you remember the other few songs that I did, I was in studio alone, right? Shaker's the man with the melodies. Nah, that melody wrong. I want you to go up here and down here, and it real pushed me, right? But when I wrote Bruises, it was about my journey in the UK when it started to where it is. So Life So Sweet is the same premises, right? The struggle I went through, I spoke about, pasta and pepper. These are actual things that I've been through in England to try and make it, walking up and down the street asking people if they have jobs available. Nothing. Um, and then finally getting a break from my uncle, he rest in peace, to say, now come live in the flat. And, it's like God was working around that same time, because as soon as I moved to the flat, the week after I get a job with the trains, right? And then with the trains, the wife at the time moved up with my son, and we started to make a plan, and things just got better and better. And it's like that upward graph, right? The trajectory changed. Yeah, we had a lot of bumps and dips and lows, but when I look back at where I was then to where I am now, all I could have done was say, give thanks and life real sweet. So, and that's literally, I try to write literally about how I was reflecting. So it was like I could see myself in a chair, sit down, reflecting about the past. Sometimes I sit and wonder how life was not easy, and yeah, so it's my truth. It's literally my truth. I mean, I had the basis, the concept. I wrote the song, but then there was changes. Shaker took a lot of stuff out. We added in different hooks, and we made the song what it is. And I have to give a big shout out to Giselle also, because at the drop of a hat around Giselle, and I said, Gizzy.
Hold on, Giselle Carter.
Giselle Carter.
Right, good.
Gizzy. I said, Gizzy, I need someone to do backing vocals. She said, Pahjo, I can come and do it, but you owe me. So I know I owe you. When you call for your favor, I can't say no. She drive from where she living in Essex,
Fuck.
all the way to Southwest London to drop she vocals in a windy night. I remember that it was a storm, and then she drive home after. So big shout outs to Gizzy for that. We also had Lady M. She also did some backing vocals there, and how Shaker brought it all together. I think was the project in itself around Life So Sweet was probably the best experience I've had musically, because I had live bass guitarists in there, people with guitar in there playing. I was like, what is this? I thought it was just rhythm and man with mic, but but yeah, it was such a great experience, man, and that's why I think Life So Sweet, you could feel the passion inside it, because is my truth. So yeah.
I absolutely love it, as you know already. And I'm gonna play it at the end of this interview, which is now. So let me say, Pahjo, thank you very much. This is when I created the Big Pappy Show, which wasn't too long ago. This is what I wanted to do, because if I was doing this on the radio, I'll be saying, well, boy, we've been talking for 20 minutes. I'd get rid of him, right? Yeah, next time we go talk that, boom. You know what I mean? But to be able to just relax and just, if it go take an hour, it go take an hour. If it go take 40 minutes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
God bless you, man.
The only thing that would have made this interview better is if we could have shared a rum right now.
We gonna do that. Yes, we gonna do that.
I'll bring in 112 for you and 112 for me.
Right. Good. That's sounding good to me. Listen, thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. You have been watching Pahjo. Check him out. Follow him. Now I'm going to play the song. This is Life So Sweet on the Big Pappy Show. Pahjo, God bless you, man.
Much love.
Can't believe how far I've come from. No food to eat, struggle to make ends meet. Now look at life, Look at me now. I'm so grateful. Life's sweet now,
Sometimes I sit and wonder how life is not easy. At times I feel like giving up. And I work hard for the betterment of myself and my family. And I am so grateful. Thanks for the blessings. Thanks for all the loving that you gave to me. Graciously, food from my plate so me get hungry. Blessings. Thanks for all the loving. I'm feeling blessed. And every day that I am living. So tell me that life's so sweet, yeah. And every morning I rise, I gotta give praise, oh yeah. So tell me that life's so sweet, yeah. And every morning I wake up, you know the blessings just don't stop now. And everybody put your hand in the air and sing. Take a wine and go down with your friend and sing. And everybody put your hand in the air and sing. Take a wine and go down with your friend and take a wine and go down with your friend and Mama say, never give up on the life you believe in. Hold strong, have faith and trust in the process. So I keep on pushing and I keep on fighting. And I am so grateful. Thanks for the blessings. Thanks for all the loving that you gave to me. Graciously, food from my plate so me get hungry. Blessings. Thanks for all the loving. I'm feeling blessed. And every day that I am living. So tell me that life's so sweet, yeah. And every morning I rise, I gotta give praise, oh yeah. So tell me that life's so sweet, yeah. And every morning I wake up, you know the blessings just don't stop now. And everybody put your hand in the air and sing. Take a wine and go down with your friend and sing. And everybody put your hand in the air and sing. Take a wine and go down with your friend and take a wine and go down with your friend and so tell me that life's so sweet, yeah. And every morning I rise, I gotta give praise, oh yeah. So tell me that life's so sweet, yeah. And every morning I wake up, you know the blessings just don't stop now. So tell me that life's so sweet, yeah. And every morning I rise, I gotta give praise, oh yeah. So tell me that life's so sweet, yeah. And every morning I wake up, you know the blessings just don't stop now.